everybody, and welcome to my tutorial on this beautiful frame. This month, as Creating Crafty Life is all about frames, and I'm going to be giving a quick tutorial on how to make this cute frame. This frame is a clipboard. I call it a 2-in-1 because it could be used as a card and a clipboard, because you could just place the card inside this beautiful clipboard, and if you're going to give it away as a gift or a swap, the person could just take the card out and it could be used as a beautiful frame. So stay tuned, guys. Not only am I going to give this to a friend of mine in a swap, but I'm going to show you really quick how to make this beautiful frame using a clipboard. So stay tuned, guys. Thank you. Okay, everybody, so now we're gonna start with the tutorial. Like I mentioned before, this is a clipboard that I use, and I actually make it into a card slash frame. So how at CCL, this month's theme is all about frames. So I'm just going to show you guys real quick how to make the card frame that I just you saw previously. So what I'm going to do here, I have pretty much everything that I am going to use to make this card. I already started gessoing the clipboard. As you can see, it's just one of those mini clipboards that you can get at Office Max or Office Depot or Staples or anything. It looks just like this. It's just one of those regular mini clipboards, as you can see. So what I did is I started gessoing it. So I'm going to finish gessoing the back. You can see here that I just did the edges. I didn't gesso the middle because of the fact that I'm gonna cover it up with paper. The paper line that I'm going to be using for today is by Prima. I'm going to be using the Divine Collection, as you can see here, by Prima. So I decided that I am going to go with, let me see which ones am I going to use for today. I'm going to be using, I'm flipping right now through the stack to see what paper I am going to use. And I'm going to be using this one right here. Look how pretty that is. It has the honeycomb or the paper wiring look to it, and it has that vintage look with the the lettering and stuff. So I'm going to be using this paper to go in the middle. I'm going to cover the middle of it, around it. I'm just going to start covering it up with the laces. These are some of the laces and trims that I'm going to be using to make this. So I'm going to start gessoing it. So this is the gesso that I use. I got these at my local craft store for like 50 cents a bottle. I got like a whole bunch of them. I'm like stacked up on it. So let me just open it up. See, 50 cents. You can see I got 50 cents for this. So let me just get one of my paintbrushes so I could start coloring this in. And then what I'm gonna do, let me just get a paper towel, because okay, so this gesso is very thick. I actually use these sometimes for modeling paste because these gessos are really thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to keep painting the back of it. Let me get my paintbrushes. Like that. God, this angle is really bad because my tripod is the miniature desk one, so I can't get a good height on this. So I'm just going to keep gessoing it, just like that. And then you just go all the way around. Go around it. Like that. And the back is going to be probably covered up with some paper as well. So you could just go around the edges, or you could just cover the whole thing. Usually on my last one that I made, that I think it's in a video that I did for Swap for Annie on YouTube, I actually spray painted it instead of gessoing it. But I really want to gesso this one. This is also for a swap, like I mentioned. And I just want to give it, because I feel like gesso gives it more like that vintage look. It gives it like the brush marks and stuff, and you can really you know, work with it. Okay, so I'm gonna finish this back up. Okay, here I just finished gessoing the whole entire back. I decided that I am gonna go with I'm gonna cover the whole entire back with the paper line, that way to give it that so it can match to the front. I did leave this in after I painted the whole thing, but that's okay. I did leave the middle part here as well. I didn't paint it because I am gonna add some paper there, so I'm just gonna use my heat gun to just go over this really quick, just to dry it up. Okay. Okay, and this clipboard measures 6 by 9. So what I did was I already cut a piece of the paper here. I cut it so I could leave a little space, a little edge around the clipboard. I cut it 8 3/4 by 5 3/4, and as you can see here, the clipboard has its corners rounded off. So I'm just gonna get my round punch, and I'm just gonna really quick just round off the edges really quick. And I do want to give the edges a little quick distress look to them, just like that. So when you place it in the back of the clipboard, it should cover up pretty nicely like that. See? So now I'm gonna just start distressing. This is my technique. I don't have the distressor, the paper distressor that a lot of people you have. So I get one of my little mini scissors, and then what I just start doing is that I pass it along the center. For those that don't have it, I just hold it really well and just go down the side like that, and it starts giving it that distress look that the distressors give. So just go around just like that, and just hold this. I changed the position of the my tripod so that way it can have a better view of the tutorial, because it was really like sideways, and I felt like it was too close and too low, and it wasn't giving you guys a good view on how I made this. So I'm gonna keep going around. Like that. See, and it does give it that distress look to it, as you can see. See, you can see here. It gives it that distress look all the way around. So I'm gonna continue distressing this, and then I'm just gonna get your regular distress ink, whatever color you would like to use. I'm gonna use like a light brown color, and I'm just gonna distress. What I'm gonna do is I'm gonna distress around the clipboard and around the paper. That way it could make it stand out more. Let me go around the corner here. The corner is like, it's a little bit more difficult, as you can see there, to distress. And guys, sorry about the roosters. You know how it is around here with the roosters. So I'm gonna start distressing it like that. See? So I'll distress in the corners and everything. And now I'm just gonna get my regular distress ink. You could do like a darker color, lighter color, whatever color you want, and just go all the way around, distress it. And I'm also gonna distress around the edge of the clipboard as well. And so that way you can see, it gives it that nice distract look. So I'm gonna do that now. Okay, so I just finished distressing the whole entire clipboard all the way around. You can see here the nice color that I used to distress it. Not only did I distress it in the front and the back, but I also did the front all the way around, and I also just got finished distressing the whole entire paper as well. So let's get some Mod Podge and start Mod Podging this this piece of paper. I have like a special brush just for my Mod Podge, because you know this is glue, so it could get very, very sticky. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to pour some Mod Podge like that over the back part of the clipboard. I'm sorry for the glare, guys. You know what? The angle that I have, I keep switching my tripod trying to find a good angle and a good spot for me to work with, and it just, I don't know if I'm getting better or worse. But you just, I just put the Mod Podge all the way around. Mod Podge, I always say, is the best thing to lay out this kind of stuff, like when it has to do with big pieces of paper. Okay. So what I do is, and then I'll just lay this down. God, the roosters are really going at it right now. They just love me. They just, it's like they always know when I'm working. I love using this tool. This came with my Cricut machine. It's kind of like a little spatula. It's really used, it's really used to scrape when you want to scrape any excess glue or whatever, take out some stuff on the mat. But I love using it when it comes to gluing stuff with Mod Podge, because the papers, because what I do is I go over and take any air bubbles out of this. This is a great tool for that, and it really sticks your paper on there. So you can see how great this is looking already. See, let me back it up so you can see how it's looking. How great that looks, how this dress look. Now what I'm gonna do for the front now we got the back all ready to go. So what I'm gonna do is I started already working on this, and what I did was that what I'm gonna give it the tear effect. How we don't need a big piece for this, because all we need is cover, because I'm gonna put a lot of trims on here and laces and stuff, and it's really gonna cover it up and stuff. So what I did was that I just pretty much started tearing, and then I just started measuring. So I'm just gonna take a little off the top and probably up to like where this line is. So I'm just gonna keep tearing this. I just use my fingers, give it that tear look. I know this is like an old way, but I just love this tear technique, can never go old. And then the top, I just take a little piece off like that, and then I measure it up to make sure it fits, and it fits perfect. So I'm gonna distress this as well. Let me distress this really quick so we could get this with the same ink that I used. I'm not using a Tim Holtz for this one. I'm using the SEI because I have a whole bunch of mini ones. This is the chalk ink block. Let me see if you can see it. God, it won't. Okay, there we go. And this is the cayenne color. So I really like the look. This goes great, because if you look real close with the little flowers that this has, it goes great with the color of the paper. This has like a light, like terracotta color, orangey color, pink color, has like a little bit of everything. So I'm gonna Mod Podge this as well. This time I'm gonna put the Mod Podge on the paper instead of on the clipboard. So I got this is my small bottle. I just bought a big huge bottle. I'm just trying to use this up so I can start using my new one. Okay, let me get my brush. So I could start, as you can see here, I'm gonna start, let me go down so you can see what I'm doing. Okay, just move this stuff over so you can see what I'm doing. So I'm just gonna Mod Podge this area. Make sure you get all your edges. Okay, and I am going to now place this on. Let me go a little bit more up. Okay, place this so you can see. Okay, I'm gonna place it. God, I'm getting a real bad angle for this. Okay, place it. And there we go. Look how beautiful that looks. Okay. So this is our front part of our clipboard. I'm going to distress this as well a little bit. So let me just ink this up just to give it that look. See? Yeah, just distress that. Okay guys, now I finished putting on the paper and I finished distressing everything. Now we're going to put my laces. I'm going to be using this lace and I'm going to be using this lace, and I'm going to start going all the way around, and I'm just going to start gluing it on the edge and ruffling it at the same time. So what I'll do is I'll start from this part right here, and then I'll just start ruffling it like that, just bending it over to so it could ruffle up. Like that. And just hold it down. I'm going in the corner now. So I'm going to keep going all the way around, and you just do that. If you have a ruffled up trim already, you just go around, glue it on, and that way you don't have to go through all this trouble. But this is the first layer of trim. I'm going to put it all the way around. Okay everybody, this is how it looks after I went all the way around. I just get finished gluing it, ruffling it up, going all the way around, and then how I started here ended here, and so it could give it that full back look, so the back part could get. So what I just did, I turned around and just covered up this little piece. I am going to put like a little trim around it. Well, I was thinking of putting something probably up here only because I really don't want to cover up this distress look to it. So now I'm going to go with the second layer that I am going to put around. So on this one, I was thinking, because I have so many of them here, I was thinking this one here. This is a really nice trim that I had. Let me show it to you. Let me just get it out. Look how beautiful this is. I think it's, oh, there we go. Look how beautiful that is. So I'm just going to go around and just place it on the side there like that. I'm just going to start gluing it down to go all the way around. I really don't want to cover up the distress look to it as well. Let me see if let's go with this one. Yeah, I'm going to go with this one because this one's thinner and it's much prettier. So I'm going to start gluing this one all the way around so that way you can see how it's going to look. So you just start again from the corner from where you first started the other trim. So I'm just going to start from there. And this is basically just to cover up on the corner. Just bend it like that, like the corner part. What I do is that when I reach the corner, I'll just bend it like this and just glue that part down a little like that, and just go down and glue it. Like that. Anyway, this distress look after distress it, but hey, that's what crafting's all about, covering up things that you know after you go through so much trouble. So I'm going to keep all the way around and I'm going to finish this part. Okay everybody, so I just got finished putting this trim all the way around the clipboard, and what I did right now was I added this beautiful trim right here on the part of the clipboard, as you can see here, just to give that part of the clipboard a little bit more nice look to it. So what I'm going to do now is I am going to glue on, I need to make a pocket because when I put the card in, when you give this as a gift, how it's a card slash frame, so the card goes inside. This is going to be my little pocket, so that way when I put my little plaster little vintage girl on here, it won't, you know, it won't interfere with the access or the placing of your card. And then when the person gets this, what they do is they take the card out, put it away, and then they can use it as a frame. And the good thing with these clipboards that they have these little things so you can hang them on, so you could easily hang them on the wall and place the picture in there. So I'm gonna start. This is a little crochet. Let me get this. Has like a little hair there. It is a little like a crochet fan that is stiffened up. I don't know if this is this was actually sent to me like this already, was stiffened up, so I don't know if they use Mod Podge or fabric stiffener to stiffen this up, but this is perfect because when I put it on the corner, it'll actually is stiff enough that it could, you know, you can have access, and you could place your card. You could place your card and it won't have trouble putting it in. So now I'm just gonna glue this down with my hot glue gun. Just gonna put hot glue here on the edges, just like that, and then I'm just gonna place it, and you want to hold it, and you want to make sure this is lifted up a little bit like that. Okay, so now for gluing your little, how I use plaster, you can use anything. You can use a stamp, you could use a Terra Bear, you could use any of the resin, like Prima has a lot of resin figurines, and so does Melissa Francis and stuff like that. But these are the ones that I've been making. Like I mentioned, I've been making some, I'm in ceramic and plaster making. This is actually a little figurine made out of plaster, and then I made them from the molds that I have. And I just colored it and gessoed her up, and then just distressed her with a little bit of paint and stuff, just to give her that more look to it. So I'm actually going to place her here. How she is a little on the heavy side, and she is made out of plaster and stuff. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to use E6000 to glue her down. So I'm going to do that now. Okay everybody, so now I'm just going to start embellishing this whole entire thing. You can embellish it any way you want. I'm just going to give you somewhat an idea how I embellish it. I already started gluing on a handmade lace rosette that I started making here, and I have this very vintage looking rose. It was a brooch, so I am actually going to put that in the center of here. I'm going to actually start gluing it, so you can see how pretty of an effect that looks. It gives it a very vintage shabby chic look to it. So I already got some of stuff laid out here, some wild orchid craft flowers, some fabric flowers. I'm even gonna place this beautiful hand crochet flower that I made myself. I make crochet flowers, and then I got this was in from an earrings, because I bought some earrings from a local store here, and I just placed that there. So I'm actually gonna place this one on the top corner right there, and then I'm just gonna start laying out somewhat how you could put all these flowers. I got some wild orchid craft of cream, a deep ivory cream flowers, and then I'm just gonna start laying some of them around, so you could give you somewhat an idea how you could start laying these flowers out and stuff like that. And then I got some of these beautiful sprays. I got some acrylic sprays, some pearl sprays here, and I'm actually gonna put them, let me take these flowers out, put them right there so you can see somewhat how this is gonna be looking like that. Let me just put it up like that, and then you could just start placing more of these beautiful embellishments out. You can add whatever you want. I'm also gonna add some of these cute little white holly pearls on here as well, and some beautiful rosebuds from Wild Orchid as well. And then you could just keep working with these and just place them wherever you feel like it's great placing this. These are actually from Misty's MB Treasuristas store, and so I'm gonna put the link to her store at the bottom. She sells some beautiful products, and she has new products coming in all the time. So I'm gonna start gluing these down, and I'm gonna give you some final look how this is gonna look, so we can start on the I'm gonna start on the card, make the card to put it in there, but this is the general look for the frame look. How this is for frames, this is basically the general look. So I'm gonna start placing these down. Okay everybody, so I just finished adding in all the embellishments that I just showed you now. I just added a couple more. Let me just show you really quick. I'm sorry that I'm doing this tutorial so quickly, is that I'm running out of memory time, and I just wanted to really show you really quick. I just got a regular charm that I had. How the paper, I just noticed that, sorry, that the paper does say Paris on it, and this looks like a Parisian little girl, a woman. So I decided to add the little Parisian. I had these I got these at like a necklace, so I just added on there on a charm hanging there, and just added some seam binding on here. So I finished gluing on all the little flowers that I just showed you, and just added some of those Prima wooden embellishments. Just added one there, and I did add in the little sprays that I showed you, and these little hollies and stuff. I did glue on the crochet flower that I just showed you that I made, and just added more some flowers. So this is the frame that I made. So I will put some pictures at the end so you can see. Like I said, this is the frame, but this is a frame card. So if you give this as a gift, you know, you kill two birds with one stone by making something like this, because you just slip in the card in here. Here's pretty much the little card that I made for this. You just slip it in there, and then when you give it, you give it as a swap or a present, or you know, you just the person just takes out the card, put it away, and then you can use it as a frame. Just add the picture there. There is no interference with the placement of the photo or the card on here. Like I said, like I showed you previously, when I glued on the little crochet fan, that helps to make a pocket for, so when you put in the photo. And I just added a little corner here. So yeah guys, so this is the final result of the clipboard frame. This is the end of my tutorial. I'm so sorry that I had to make it you know, a little quick. Like I mentioned, I'm running out of space and time, and my battery's already low. So, and it started raining too, and you know, the noise of the rain, and the roosters were driving me crazy too. You can hear them now. Usually at this time they're going, you know, they're going at it. But if you have any questions on how of this clipboard frame, you could ask any questions in the description box below, or in the comment box below, and I will be more than happy to answer any questions for you if I made this you know, a little bit too quick. Like I said, the embellishments are usually your creativity, your option, and how you want to add the embellishments. But I am glad that I was able to show you the basic making of, you know, placing the paper, you know, how I place the lace trim and all that stuff. So yeah, like I said, if you have any questions, I am going to put some final photos at the end of this video. And I just want to thank you for watching this video, and again, have a beautiful day guys, and happy crafting. Bye bye.